I'm gonna try to shave tomorrow, so that's a step in the right direction in doing more. What happens is I just start thinking about things and get paralyzed, I guess. Just stuck in my thoughts. Like I don't know, a couple hours ago, I'm just checking my email all the time waiting for her to write to me to do the Skype call and stuff so that we could just talk about everything. But I don't even know if talking about anything is even gonna be helpful, because the solution, that the end is just gonna be the same to for me to move on, you know. And uh I I have to keep writing lists of stuff to do and keep myself occupied and stuff. Like stay productive and everything, uh to keep my mind off of everything. But still that stuff just doesn't go away. That pain, because I've been through it before, that the pain doesn't go away. It's just me forcing myself through it and forcing myself not to think about it. At one point I'm gonna have to try to to try to reach out to people and meet new people and find someone, because that's really what's gonna make things better, is finding someone that wants me and wants to stay with me and connect with me and be close and all that, you know. So just all the rejection and stuff, going through and doing all that, it's hard to handle, I guess. Hard to want to face that. All right, it's December 20th. Uh, I don't know why I have to prove that to you. It's December 20th. Uh, so sorry for the fan. I guess I could turn it off. I just don't really want to. I promised I would shave today, so I'm gonna do that. Uh, I I don't want to be with anyone but her, and it hurts seeing her with other people. Uh, I got angry with her. She knows. I told her I don't know, in April, or a long like a long time ago. I told her that I had feelings for her and I didn't want to be with anyone but her. Uh, I remember one time on Twitter she reached out to someone named Little Aaron, and I don't know, wanted it came off to me that she wanted to uh I guess she wanted to collab with him, but it came off as she wanted more than that, and I got really upset and angry about that. So then with her, and I'm just talking about this because I don't have anyone to talk to about it. I want to talk to her about all of this, but she keeps putting off these Skype calls, and I don't know, I just need to get all of this out, so that I can stop thinking about it, because every single night all of this stuff is going through my head and I'm not falling asleep until 5 or 6 in the morning. And then even during the day, it's just me, I said before, just traumatized, I guess, and just sitting there thinking about everything. So with her trip to Japan, I don't know where this guy came from. I don't know how she met him, or anything. I mean, he seems like he's more prominent on Instagram, I guess, and I wasn't looking at her Instagram at the time. I was only looking at her Twitter. So so yeah, they went to Japan, and uh, that's when she saw like the 360 camera that he had, and he was making like cool videos with it, and she was like really into that. And on our Skype call, I asked her like because she was talking about after Japan, he was coming to LA, and so on our Skype call, I asked her about it, and she's like, "Oh, it's only to teach me to use the 360 camera. It's just for work. It's nothing more." So then, ever since then, I see them on Instagram, and her Instagram stories hanging out like every single day, and him like touching her and doing all this stuff, and them getting closer and closer, and I can't handle that. Um, so that's one thing, and I do feel like I was responsible for it, partly because like I was arguing with her about stuff at the time. I don't remember about what, but I would have to look in like our Twitter conversations and stuff to remember what was going on. But I was also like acting out a lot because I wanted like her attention, and her to like give me attention and care about me and like me and stuff. So I was acting out um, to get her attention when she wouldn't respond and stuff. Uh, yeah, so I forget where else I was going with this, but for anyone that says that like I need to man up and uh, whatever, like I feel that I am, because I'm moving on from her and from everything, because she clearly doesn't respect me or want to be with me, and I have to move on. I can't just pretend that this stuff doesn't bother me. Like I told her a long time ago that I didn't want her to be with anyone else. So yeah, I have to move on, because I can't just sit there being hurt, because all that hurt just comes out. Like I can't pretend to be okay with it. I know like some advice online says like, "Oh, just pretend to be okay with it and whatever." And I'm not gonna just pretend to be okay with it, because then it comes out like either passive aggressively or like in other different actions and stuff. And also, like I was watching in one of Steffi's videos in Bali, there were there were there's a bunch of monkeys around, and this one monkey came up to this one male monkey came up to this other female monkey and started fucking her, and then this other male monkey comes and chases him away as soon as it happens. What am I supposed to do? Like go down to LA and chase this guy away? She's clearly expressed that she doesn't want to be with me. So I don't see like what that accomplishes or whatever. But yeah, all that stuff really hurt and really took a toll on like, I guess like our relationship or friendship or whatever, because she doesn't care about me or my feelings or anything, because she wouldn't hurt me like this if she did. So I'm gonna shave. Also, like I saw that I'm trying to stay away from her social media, but I was looking back on the live stream just to remember what she said and listen more closely to what she said. But I noticed that she deleted the live stream from her channel. I don't know if she did that because she didn't want people like attacking me or calling me a psychopath and creepy and all that. If that's the reason, like I don't care. Like I know what I'm into, and like I'm fine with putting whatever online. Uh, and I know that like my camera is a place for me to talk, and my channel is a place for me to talk, and I know hers is the same way. So I don't care like if she says anything about me or talks about this and stuff like that on her channel. I understand that. I understand like where all that's coming from. So she's free. I won't get mad about any of that. Um, and I hope she doesn't get mad at me for talking about anything either, and I hope she understands as well. And like I do still want to be with her, but I'm also in the process of moving on now, so there's not going to be much longer that I'm going to be around. um I don't know how long it's going to take for me to move on. It hurts a lot, but I am in that process now, and I do know what I need to do. The longer she doesn't contact me and try to work things out, the less chance there is going to be to work things out. That's not me being like, it's not like a power move or anything. That's just the way that it is. I know I can't be in a relationship like this. And I always have to reiterate, when I say relationship, I don't mean like we're actually boyfriend and girlfriend, but I want her as that, and I can't see her with other people, and I can't be around if she's not committed to me and stuff. And like I probably should have went to LA to see her before she met that guy, and I had plans to, and I went to the bar one day. Like I researched tickets and everything, went to the bar. The reason I didn't go is because I wasn't sure that she wanted me there, and I didn't want to be like overstepping my bounds and all that. So, but I think if I just went there, I think maybe I should have just went there and proved to her that I wanted to be with her and everything, and maybe that would have stopped everything. Alright, I'm shaved. I feel better now. I know I just gotta keep moving and everything, Always have a list of stuff to do to get my mind off of things, and I'll be okay. I know I will. And sometimes you just have to listen to people. Like, clearly she's telling me that it's not a good idea for me to pursue her and pursue a relationship with her. Like, every time she says that she doesn't want to hurt me and tells me to be careful with my feelings and tells me that we'll never meet and other stuff like that. Like, she's warning me about something. And I could just have guesses about what it is. Like, maybe she knows that she wants to prioritize YouTube instead of a relationship with me, and that she'll never have time to actually dedicate to the relationship like the amount of time that I need. So she's trying to protect me from that. Maybe she thinks that there's something wrong with her that makes her incapable of having a relationship, or maybe she's still hurt from a past relationship and isn't ready to try another real relationship and jump in like head over heels and everything again. So like then you think like, well, she has to work on those issues and stuff in order for us to have a relationship. She has to want to work on those issues. And I lost my train of thought. But like, I appreciate her telling me these things, but like I said, sometimes you just have to listen to people, and she's clearly pushing me away because she doesn't want to work on these issues and stuff. if it is something going on inside of her and not something wrong with me. What what I think is wrong with me, and I can't change. I'm willing to change it, but I can't change without her telling me. Like, this is just my, what I'm trying to say is this is just my guess of what is wrong with me. Uh, if there is something wrong with me, but I can't change because I don't know that this is actually the issue. But with like the guy from Japan, like showing her like the camera and stuff, like, and going out with her and hiking and all that, it's not something that I did with her, and it's like a new and exciting thing with him. And so I think, like, hopefully you get what I'm saying. Like, I'm not, and also I think like I'm not like popular enough on YouTube to hang out with her and whatever. And like being popular on YouTube, that isn't really a thing to base a relationship on. I mean, like, her and I, like I want to do YouTube with her and we could grow together and stuff. Like, it's a person's like character and passion and work ethic and all that make that possible to grow each other together. But I'm not just gonna go out and travel and like prove to her that uh, that, oh, look at me, I'm this guy that is traveling now, because I don't, and also like having fun with her and all that. I don't know if that's the reason that we aren't working out and stuff. But yeah, that's an interesting thing to think about, that I can't start fixing things that I think are wrong if she didn't tell me that those were specifically the things that were wrong. That's how I ended up like spending 7 years working so hard and trying to make something out of myself, because like I thought the reason that my first girlfriend and I broke up was because she thought I wouldn't amount to anything, and she was going with all these other guys that had like futures and could make like so much money and all that. uh like finally getting over that relationship and not wanting her anymore, like really was like a giant weight off my shoulders. Like, I realized like how completely incompatible we were. Like, her being a hippie and smoking weed and doing LSD and all that, that's not something I want to be around, you know. But with, I don't want to say her name. I mean, you guys know who I'm talking about. With Victoria, the only thing that I know is like when I first started reaching out to her, she told me I was like intense and obsessive. But that's kind of who I am, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being obsessed. Like if she doesn't want me and I keep pursuing her and stuff, then there's a problem with that. But when you like someone and you're obsessed with them, it's just because you like them and you want to spend time with them and you want to talk to them and everything. And even like you go to design a car and you're going to be obsessed with designing the car. Like, good things come from being obsessed. Like you go and design a cryptocurrency and whatever, and you're obsessed thinking about like all the reasons, like, oh, this can be improved, this can go wrong, and what do I have to do to make this better and all that. Good things come out of that. So I don't think being obsessed is always a bad thing. But yeah, like, another thing that pisses me off is all you guys that are commenting on about me and Victoria and these situations and stuff, like calling me a psychopath and a creep and all that. Excuse me. Like I think some of it is like guys trying to get her to dislike me so that they have a better chance of being with her. Like, I see you guys say stuff like, oh, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that creep, honey. I never treat you like that. And trying to get like on her good side, like, turn me into the enemy so that she likes you. And then others that I see that's saying it, like, I think you guys are just like fans trying to protect her, which, like, you guys are trying to protect her from someone that you don't know at all. Like, all you guys that comment, you don't see any of my videos, you don't know anything about me. If you do see like something about me, you see just that one single comment that I wrote on in response to her YouTube channel, or you watch like a minute of one video that I made about her, whatever, and you guys make like all these assumptions about it. Like, all that matters to me is what Victoria thinks about me. So that's why I end up defending myself and getting into like arguments with you guys in the comments, because I know you're trying to convince her that I'm some bad person and some terrible person. And as far as I can remember, as far as I know, Victoria's never said that I was a creep or a psychopath or anything like that. She never said she was uncomfortable with the videos that I made or anything. So all that she said is that she doesn't want to hurt me, which, like I said, it could be from any of the number of reasons that I listed before, or it could be from because she does think I'm a creep and a psychopath and doesn't want me around, and she's trying to be nice and let me off easy and all that. But the thing is, like, all this stuff, she hasn't said any of this. So all of this is just your reactions, and if I respond to any of this, it would also be my reactions. All of these reactions based on assumptions, on like limited information that hasn't came from anyone's mouth. And it's like you guys just refuse to inquire more about it. Like, I don't know if Victoria wants to talk about any of this, but like, if you just ask me, like, and actually inquire about what's going on in my head, why stuff happened, like, I'll tell you guys like all that, and you can actually know what happened and everything. But it's like you guys just want to like believe what you want to believe and push your thoughts onto both of us, and that's not cool at all. So I did write down more thoughts that while I was laying in bed that I wanted to add to this video. Well, actually, like, I don't know, I guess I'll just read them. I just wrote down stuff and emailed it to me. So I also want to talk about why I don't need therapy, why I don't have autism, and other thoughts around you guys telling me like all that stuff, and then how you guys like make all these crazy assumptions about me based on like reading one comment or one sentence that I make, or watching like 10 seconds of one video, or even one video that I make, or stuff like that, and then saying that I'm like manipulating people and just all this crazy stuff. Like, I did want to talk about that. Like, if I talk about like why I don't need therapy, that would be like that would be a entirely separate video from this, and the same with like why I don't have autism, and like why I'm not a psychopathic killer. I don't even know where to begin to explain any of that. Uh, but yeah, then I remembered that like this whole time off and this whole video and stuff is, the purpose of it is for me to move on. So like, I honestly don't even care, and I shouldn't care to explain any of this anymore. Uh, and also on like the same subject of moving on and all that, one second. What am I doing? Alright, I just had the wrong display on the camera. Yeah, on the same subject, oh, it did it again. Oh, I know why, because I touched the screen to focus and then it doesn't go back. Yeah, on the same subject of moving on and stuff, like that's what I'm taking this time away for. It's really just to kill all of my romantic feelings for Victoria. Like, and I don't know, maybe in the future we'll be friends and stuff, like one, and I mean like actual friends that hang out and stuff. I don't know. All I know right now is like I just have to kill my feelings for her, and that's just like stopping looking at her social media, stopping talking to her, realizing that there's no future for us and all that, romantically. Uh, that's what I'm taking this time off for. And also, like, I don't know, maybe like she'll catch me and reach out to me before my feelings die, because I know like once they die, they die forever. Like that bond will never come back. Uh, so uh, so I don't know. Maybe hopefully, if she does have feelings for me, she'll reach out to me before any of that happens and stuff. Uh, but yeah, like I said, that's what this time is meant for. And actually, like, I realized that I shouldn't even post this video, because it could, and it probably will just start everything all over again, and provoke you guys to comment on stuff, and you guys to go tell Victoria like, oh hey, your psychopathic creepy stalker just made another video about you, and start all this other stuff again. And then who knows, like, if my feelings will start up for her again and stuff too. uh so like, I don't even see why I can post this video or anything right now. uh yeah, so that's it. That's just what I wanted to add to this video. And this is, like I said, just gonna be all of my thoughts in the 30 days or whatever, and this video may never see the light of day, or anything. And I don't know, maybe Victoria and I, if we're friends in the future and stuff, maybe I'll show this to her, and that, and I don't know what's gonna come of this. So I don't know, a while ago, before, when I was laying in bed, I actually remember that she uploads her videos to BitChute as well, and the video is not deleted from BitChute. I didn't watch it because, well, trying to move on, you know. But yeah, I'm just thinking, like, if that Japan guy is like encouraging her to do some of this stuff to me, and whatever, because like I saw that someone else mentioned it as well, but she, in the video, she keeps looking over to the side, like she's looking at someone for like reassurance and support and stuff like that. Like, it looks like someone is in the room with her. Just more questions that aren't going to be answered if she doesn't talk to me. And then how do I know if she's telling me the truth about it as well? So it's like our trust is getting broken, and that's not good. But yeah, like, this is why when people have problems, this is why you have to be there to talk to them, and when they have like questions and stuff, and you always have to keep answering their questions and all that, because there's going to be new thoughts pop up in their head and stuff like that. Like if I ask one question about the Japan guy, about whatever, then I'm gonna have like more questions, like a couple days later or something like that. And as soon as like someone shuts you out and doesn't answer those questions and gets like aggressive, like, oh God, oh, stop it, can this just be done already? Then like I start thinking like, oh, there's like another side of the story, or they're not like they're not being honest or something like that. Because when you get aggressive, you want people to back off, and that's like the act of being aggressive. So why would someone want me to back off for asking questions just so I can understand like a situation better? But also, like, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, like the last thing I was gonna say was that also like is what my mind is going through with like the Skype calls, like if he's like telling her not to talk to me on Skype or something like that, uh, and that's why she's not uh, doing the Skype call with me. And also, it's like kind of interesting too that when she did mention the Skype call in the live stream, she didn't like apologize to any other of her Patreon supporters for missing the call. So it seems like she just skipped like calling me. Just like there's just like all this dishonesty that I'm picking up on, and she's not there for me to clear my head and my thoughts with and everything. It's 2 a.m. now. I'm just, well, no, it's not. It's 1:30, but same thing. I'm just like laying in bed thinking about all this stuff, and I can't sleep. And then I just think about it for like hours and hours on end. And next thing you know, like I'm waking up at like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, and uh, yeah, then don't want to get out of bed and just stay under the covers and whatever, and don't start my days until like 4 in the afternoon or something. Uh, what are some of the things I'm thinking about? I'm still thinking about like the Skype call with her, if it's ever gonna happen, and how I'm gonna react to that if it does happen, and how and if it doesn't, if I'm gonna ask for a refund or just like leave everything as is and just take my losses, I guess. I'm also thinking about like this video, like I can't post this, which means like no one's gonna hear my words. And I just want people to know what I'm going through and stuff. I don't want to start like anything. So that's where this gets like hard, because I know posting it is going to start stuff. I could just post it and disable comments. That's one option. I haven't thought about that. The other option, I could, like, if we do Skype, I can show her this video. And I guess like the reasoning for that is just because I want her to understand everything. I don't want her to uh, to feel sorry for me or feel guilty for hurting me or anything. Uh, I don't know. It was my choice to do all this, I guess. I mean, like, you're also like attached to people that uh, like you can't control who you like and stuff as well. Um, but like a reason I'm thinking about showing her this video is because like I'm getting all my thoughts out there now so that I can move on and get all these thoughts and all these unanswered questions and everything out of my head, so that once they're out of my head, then if we do talk on Skype, I'm not gonna remember anything. So like ideally I would want to talk to her about all of this. So since I need to get everything out now, um, so that I can move on and she's not there for me to talk to, then all I have left, if those thoughts are all gone, is this video. Hope that makes sense. Like, it seems like kind of rambling and stuff, but also like I'm gonna eat like some bread because I haven't really eaten today. So I'm not gonna do that on camera. No one cares about me eating. More people care about people eating than talking. Weird world. Oh yeah, tomorrow I don't really have any food in the house. So I have to go grocery shopping tomorrow. While I was laying in bed, I wrote down a list of stuff to do tomorrow too. So that'll get me out of bed and keep me occupied and my mind off of things. So I am like progressing. I'm not like really happier, but I have like, I went from like laying in bed for a couple days straight to taking a shower and then to taking a shower and shaving. Yeah, just little by little, but I'll get used to all of it. I'll get used to this life again. And like, I know we weren't in a relationship, but it still sucks because like I wanted that more than anything in the world. I wanted to travel with her and work on YouTube videos together and be there for her and and cuddle with her and have sex with her and have like the best sex in the world because we would have so much trust and be so comfortable around each other that we could talk about what we wanted and what we desired and we would settle our problems and stuff and I wanted to be her man. I wanted to be everything. But that dream is gone. So I'm moving on from the dream. This isn't my first time having to move on either. But I never did. The girl that I got this tattoo from, or any girl that is actually that I was actually sorry, all the bread burps. All the girls that I was actually with physically, one of them I stopped contact with after like a couple months of trying. But the ones that I was like wanted a future with, well, I mean that other girl I wanted a future with too, but yeah. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that a lot of other times I just like beg for them back and get mad at them for not responding to me and like beg for them to respond to me and then get like really hurt that they're not responding, so then uh like I feel like abandoned and stuff when that happens, and so then I get mad at them for like abandoning me and not talking to me and stuff. And the girl that I got this tattoo from, it was like we got into an argument at her house and like I got like mad and drove off and drove home. But like while I was driving home, I texted her like, hey, I don't want, like, I still want to talk to you. Like, I'm sorry for walking out and whatever. Uh, and then she never said anything. And then that just like, and that's when I started like pestering her, I guess, and trying to get her to respond to me. Um, but yeah, then it was like 5 months later, and like I didn't know like if she blocked me. I didn't know if she was receiving any of my texts. Uh, like she just deleted me on Facebook like before I was even back to my house, which like she lived like 30 minutes away, 35 minutes away. So like as soon as I like left, within the first 35 minutes of our argument, she already like deleted me and blocked me on Facebook. So I was just like dealing with like the relationship just being over for that when it was clearly something we could have talked about. Uh, so so that just like, yeah, I don't know where I'm going anymore when I'm talking. Uh, oh yeah, I was just trying to say that I'm handling this a lot more peacefully than I have before, and I'm not like getting angry at Victoria and pestering her and stuff. I'm just going into my own. Uh, See, this is why I didn't want to move on, because I knew I would have to face all of this stuff that I don't want to face. I just want things to. It doesn't matter. It's 7 a.m. now. Probably went to sleep around 3. This microphone is on. That sucks. Like, it's just all I think about, all on my mind. I mean, like, all the bad stuff was on my mind all the time anyway. Just like before, at least I could talk to her. At least I had hoped that there was a future. And, yeah. Another thing that sucks, like, a thought that I have is just like all the stuff that I would do in the past, like, I don't know if I want to say like that I would do, like when I would reach out and she wouldn't reply and I had to like wait for her to reply and stuff. But like stuff like going to the gym and making YouTube videos and stuff, it became like a way for me, like, how do I say this? I don't even know if this is really what I want to say, but like all this stuff that I did was like, oh, it'll make our relationship better, or it'll make her like me more or want me more, or and stuff like that. So now it's like all this stuff that I'm doing has like no purpose other than to occupy myself so that I don't feel like all this pain and stuff. It has like no good purpose to progress in what I want, I guess. You know, like if a person doesn't reply to your text or something, and you could like sit there and getting like all upset and stuff that they're not replying, or you can like go and do something else to get your mind off of it. And that doing something else is kind of like helping the relationship, I guess. I don't know how. I don't see why you can't just tell someone that, like, maybe it just goes under like self care, and then that's like strength, being able to care for yourself. Um, I don't know. I've just been like sitting here thinking about stuff for the last like hour and a half, I guess. I, uh, I have to go out, and I want to give Christmas gift to one mechanic that actually treats me well, but I don't know if I can actually do that, if I have like the capacity to see people how I am right now. So I don't know. I'm just gonna go back to bed. I just sent her an email. I just want to make sure that she knows why I'm leaving and why I'm moving on and everything. Because a lot of times I get kind of scared, I guess, and uh, don't talk about it. I don't know why I'm in the dark. I get like kind of scared and make up other reasons, and I know I have to get over that, but the real reason is because I don't want to be with anyone but her, and I don't want her to be with anyone but me. And I want to be the person that does everything for her. I know that doesn't make sense, that I should be more clear. And see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I need to get over this stuff. I know I said it before in this video too, but I want to be the person that travels with her. I want to be your man. I want to be who she relies on, who she hangs out with, who she enjoys spending her time with, who she wants to spend the rest of her life with. I can't be devoted to someone and give them my help and support and money and resources and time and everything if I don't have that. All that stuff, all of me is for my wife, my girl, my woman, my everything. That's what that stuff is for. It's my refrigerator just kicked on, but it's not me manipulating her by taking away resources. These resources aren't hers to begin with. So I don't want anyone saying that, like, I'm not hers to begin with. You know, like, if we were actually together, that's one thing. Like, you just don't go giving your money to, and it's not just money, you don't go giving your time and money and stuff in that capacity to someone that you're not in a relationship with. Alright, this is gonna be the last of me talking about this stuff. I just wanna stop thinking about it and work on other stuff, and if I do think about it and whatever, and today's the 21st, so it's only like 5 days or something into this. I don't want to just keep talking about this over and over again. I want to move on and work on other stuff, so I'm going to be working on other videos instead of this. So alright, bye. Alright, I probably should be done talking about this, but there's just still more stuff on my mind, and I think just getting everything out is just the healthiest way for me to move forward. I think what I'm gonna do is, if I go like 2 or 3 days without updating this video, then I'm just gonna edit it and upload it to YouTube for like 3 weeks, schedule it to go public like 3 weeks into the future, and then disable comments on it. Yeah, and then if she responds or anything, like I'm not gonna look at her social media or anything like that, because I know like if she says something, then that's gonna trigger me to say something, and it's just gonna start everything up all over again, and I don't want that. Not that I'm like against her or don't like her. There's some things that I don't like about her, which I'll talk about just for like the sake of getting everything out of my system. But like I don't hate her at all. I don't uh like as time has gone on in like the last week or so, like not looking at her social media, not like involving myself in her life, uh realizing that I have to move on and everything, I stopped liking her as much and like putting as much thought into her and our future and her future and everything like that. So I guess like now like more of the negative stuff maybe is like coming, uh is like more prominent because there's less liking, positive liking stuff, I guess. I don't know. But I'm not trying to make sorry, I'm not trying to make like a hate thing about it. I don't want that at all. I haven't showered or brushed my teeth or anything today. Like I just woke up. Well, I mean like it's 12:30 now on December 22nd. So, but I went it takes a lot for me to get out of bed, obviously, but I got a coffee and a Sprite from McDonald's. So that will help me make this video. So I guess I want to respond to something else that she said. Like she said something along the lines of like I'm not doing anything to get him to like me or to whatever. Uh, like I'm not. I can't control my feelings and like who I like or anything, and I'm sure and like she can't control if I like her or whatever. Like I'm making a conscious effort now to stop, but it's taking a significantly long time to get over her and those feelings and everything. But I need to write stuff down because I'm losing my train of thought. Like there's nothing that she does to give me the impression that we're gonna have a future together or we're gonna hang out or I'm gonna go to LA or we're gonna make YouTube videos together or anything like that. It's it's my expectations. I wouldn't even say like expectations. There's some expectations that I have of like when we're friends. I have expectations that you won't treat me like shit and you'll like pay attention to me and treat me well and whatever. Those are kind of abstract things because I don't want to lay out specific things with that. But it's more like just things that I want to do with her because I like her. I don't want to say like because I'm trying to get over that, but I liked her and wanted to. It's nothing that she did. Like I hope you guys understand. It's nothing that she did. I hope she understands. It's nothing she did to make me like her, or make me have like these expectations. And to tell you the truth, a big reason that I started liking her and having feelings for her is because like I related to like the trauma and neglect and abuse and stuff at home, uh, in your childhood and stuff like that, and not only with myself but the previous girl that I was in love with in 2015 had a whole lot of trauma and family issues and stuff like I, even more so than Victoria. I would say, and my previous girl that I liked still is going through all that because she's still around her family and they still abuse her and everything. Um, but so I guess like when I started my talking to Victoria, I had like that old relationship in my head, and that old relationship was the first girl that I like fell in love with since 2005 or 4 or whatever, with my first girlfriend. So so yeah, like the hurt that I had from the last girl that I was in love with, I guess, like move forward into things with Victoria. And and like because I saw like a lot of stuff, Victoria reminded me of her, even though they're two totally different people. It's just like, and then I was trying to help that previous girl get into therapy, and so that's where it picked up with Victoria, helping Victoria get into therapy and stuff. So I don't think I need to get into like the whole thing. I think you guys get the picture, but it is like it's nothing Victoria does like but I think she just doesn't. I think also Victoria said that about uh like I don't know why he expects this from me, or why he's mad at me, or let me think of the statement again. Oh, when she said like I don't do anything to give him the impression to that uh there's more with us or whatever. I think she says that because she doesn't want any expectations and for like me to be mad at her or whatever. But like when I pay for the Skype call, like I do expect that the Skype call gets taken care of and that we do it in a reasonable amount of time. Right now it's December 22nd and she still hasn't contacted me for it. I asked her only twice about it in the month. And like I'm not like begging her or like being an asshole about it, and like going crazy and nagging about it. Like I asked twice about it, and and she's like, "Oh, it'll get done. I'll let you know." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then like a week and a half later, I asked again. So, but there is an expectation there, and like if she doesn't want to do it, because that's the feeling that I get from it, that she doesn't want to talk to me and do it because she thinks that she's doing something to make me like her or whatever. If she doesn't want to do the Skype call, because why not just tell me and offer me a refund? Like I think there's some type of like she doesn't know how to handle people and situations and stuff like that, which like I totally sympathize with, I understand, but you have to learn eventually, especially if you're a public figure and stuff like that. So, and not only just a public figure, but if you want to have like any type of relationship with people, you're gonna have to learn to communicate with them. Uh, that's just how it is. Any type of long and stable relationship. So, and like yeah, so I don't see why I don't have the right to get upset about the Skype call. And another thing about it, like I forget what the Patreon rewards are, but and this is because another person commented in one of the things saying like, oh, accusing Victoria of not doing the Patreon rewards uh is like not a good thing to do, because like she's a public figure and she relies on that money, so don't lie about it or whatever. And like there's the tier that I pay for is a $100 tier for a Skype call, and then there's two other rewards there: Snapchat thing, and I think like a texting phone number or something. And she says in the thing that she would message out any of her Patreons with that, with her usernames on that, and number or whatever. Like she never I never received any of those other rewards, and I think like my first Skype call with her was in like April or May or something. I think I only talked to her on Skype twice, maybe three times. I have like I could just look in my Skype history or whatever, but I think it was only I think it may have been three times. Uh, but yeah, I didn't receive like any of the other rewards. And on top of that, like as far as like doing the right thing, in October I was mad at her and I paid for the Skype call because like what happened was like I wanted to talk to her more. I wanted to spend more time with her. I wanted to get to know each other better and just be more comfortable around each other and all that. And so uh, I asked her like, "Oh, can we have like I think I either asked if we could have like an hour on Skype instead of like usually we talk for like 45 minutes or something like that." And I think maybe I think I asked her as well, like, because I know she's like busy with YouTube and everything. I'm like, can we just Skype like while you're editing a video? Just like I'll be working too. I just want to sit there. Like I'm fine just sitting there as long as we're like, and then like as long as we're just like together or whatever. And then like if I'm editing and I have something to say, I can turn to her and say it or whatever, and same like with me, and then we just go back to editing or doing whatever. And she's like, I just can't do that. Like I'm just too overwhelmed or whatever. And that's when it was like clear. And there's been a bunch of times when it was clear to me I just didn't have the courage to do it, but it was clear to me that nothing more was going to happen and that I had to leave. So so yeah, but anyway, the reason I was telling you that story is because in October I'm like, okay, I get it. Well, then I just can't talk to you anymore. And I told her like don't worry about the Skype call or whatever. And because it was me saying like no, like I don't want to do the Skype call. Like it was my fault that we're not doing the Skype call. It was my decision not to do it. I'm like like don't even bother giving me a refund. Like I'm not gonna ask for it. I'm never gonna ask for it for that month because it was my choice not to do the Skype call. So it just didn't seem fair to me. So like with that in mind, I don't see like if she doesn't want to do the Skype call with me, why not just be honest and fair and stuff? Like I don't know. I know how like that's gonna come off as like me attacking Victoria and like hurting her Patreon campaign and her reputation and everything, but it's not my responsibility to uphold her reputation and stay silent on things. Like she has a responsibility of maintaining her Patreon and maintaining her reputation and everything. It's not like on me, you know. And like I never even asked her for a refund, so it's not like she's denying me a refund or anything. Uh, every time that I asked her, and I don't think I should ask for a refund, at least not right now, because every time that I mention the Skype call to her, she's like, "Oh, we'll do it," and like you can see in the video, she said, "Oh, we will Skype," and and then in the two times that excuse me, in the two times that I asked her on Twitter, she's like, "I'll let you know when it's gonna happen." So I don't think I should ask for a refund at least right now or anything. But also, like, if she doesn't want to do it, she's free to give me a refund and everything. I don't know. Maybe I should have mentioned that to her. I don't know. And again, like as far as ruining her reputation and stuff, like not only is it not on me to protect her reputation when she's if or when she's doing stuff that'll hurt her reputation, but like no one's gonna see this video anyway. At least like not many people are gonna see it. What I get like 100 or something views on my videos or whatever nowadays. So, and also this is so far into the video, no one's gonna stay and watch this. And I don't even put her name in any of the tags or description or title or anything in my videos anymore. So like if it does any damage, it's going to be minimal, and any damage that it does, like no one's going to watch it and people are going to forget about it like soon, and all her followers already think I'm an asshole and whatever, and all this bad stuff about me. So yeah, like they're not going to believe me over her. Coffee's finished. It's like 4:30, 5 a.m. or something like that now. I don't really have anything that I want to add as far as anything I want to talk about. Just the thing that sucks is that I just every time I doze off, like I can't sleep. Every time I doze off, I have like a dream or something about her or something related to that. Like, so I doze off, and then like half an hour later, 20 minutes later or something, I wake up, and there's nothing I could do about that. It's just gonna take time to get over and change and stuff. It's definitely not as bad as the my first girlfriend and whatever, but yeah. I accidentally saw her Instagram profile. Wanted to say profile. I was typing in the beginning of a different URL, and I just typed IN and then pressed enter. I was going to go to IND's website, but went to Instagram, and it went directly to her Instagram because that's whatever was in my browsing history or whatever. So like kind of triggered me to feel like bad. But I was thinking about adding more stuff to this video this morning, and I don't know, I didn't really want to do it, but I don't know, I guess I will anyway. I was talking about like why I liked her in response to like something that she said in the live stream, and I said that that part of it was like related to like her being similar to the last girl that I fell in love with in like 2015, and but like Victoria is similar to that girl, but that girl like would smoke weed to like forget about her problems and wouldn't work hard to get out of her situations and stuff. And Victoria is like totally different, to where she doesn't smoke weed and she works hard to get out of her problems and works hard to better her life and stuff like that. So those are like other reasons. But then I started thinking like whatever Victoria said in that thing, she said like, I don't know why he likes me or something like that. And I think it's because like I have like expectations, I guess, from her, and she doesn't want me to have like expectations. Like it has nothing to do with why I like her and stuff like that. It's that I have expectations that that I guess she doesn't feel that she can fulfill or something like that. I don't know, I haven't really thought about it like really more than that. I don't know like what the solution is to that, because like really I don't see why we can't like just negotiate and meet in the middle somewhere or whatever, as far as like what my expectations are and what hers are. Like I just want like security, knowing that she'll be with me and stuff, and that we'll be together. Alright, I'm just gonna end whatever I was talking about and thinking of with that, because I'm sure it doesn't even matter. The other stuff I wanted to add in this video, like how Victoria, like maybe it's because like Victoria doesn't want to like rely on me or trust me. Like, she doesn't have a lot of trust in relationships, which could go into the thing of how she's like wants to be independent and like talks about being alone and all that, and wanting to be alone, and like maybe she doesn't want to rely on me for whatever I bring to the relationship, because if we get into an argument and I leave and stuff like that, then that's like all the stuff that she relied on me for is now gone. So I guess like I don't know, there's nothing I could do about that. Like, I know that she's not independent and alone or anything, because like the life that she lives now, like, she relies on YouTube collaborations to get attention and get views and stuff like that. She relies on her roommates to help her afford living in LA. She relies on the masked man for like emotional support and like basically just using him as an emotional tampon. She relies on her viewers for money and attention and support as well. But I guess like all that stuff is just outsourcing that instead of relying on someone in a relationship. I don't know. And another thing that I was thinking of, like, because it very much seems to me that like as soon as I express how much I like someone, then that like turns them off and they like go away and leave and all that. And because that's what I thought about like my first girlfriend as well. And so then I never expressed interest in any girl before that. And then my second girlfriend, like 7 years later or something like that, like I never opened up to her emotionally or showed her who I was or expressed interest to her or anything. And she always like wanted to be with me, and I think it was like maybe because of that. And if I did like show her who I was, then she would leave. So I do feel like part of that, like in a way, with Victoria, that like because I was so interested in her and stuff, I probably should have took things slower and got to know each other and not just like put all my trust and openness into everything all at once and laid like everything on the line like at the beginning. But that's like advice that I was taking, that and I know because I made videos with Victoria showing like to Victoria, like private videos that I would like email to her showing her like how to date, because you don't want to fall in love with the wrong person. So like I had like lists of all these questions to ask to get to know the person. This way, like on a first date, I could like lay everything out and figure out if we're compatible or not, like ASAP, so it doesn't like waste anyone's time and no one like gets hurt and all that. And that's like a big thing I was pushing for with her, was that we could Skype and ask these questions, or just hang out and ask these questions about each other, so we can like make sense of it all and get to know each other and what might go wrong in our relationship and figure things out and stuff like that. Because that's like one big problem with relationships, like arguments come up that could have been like talked about before they actually needed to be solved and everything. Like you could say like, I don't know, like planning, it's just basic like planning for the future stuff, like I don't know, you just talk about things beforehand. Maybe I should think about an example. I mean, I don't know, like you talk about like who's going to pay which bills or how much time you're going to spend together, and stuff like that. And you talk about it beforehand, this way expectations, and like you have an agreement on stuff, and then like in the future, like if that current agreement doesn't work out, then you talk about things again and change the agreement to find something that works out again and all that. So I don't know where I'm going with this. Apparently I filled up an entire 64 gig SD card already. But yeah, the everything just hurts again because I saw her Instagram and saw her face and everything like that. So it's like starting all over right now. It sucks too, like maybe I should wait. It sucks too, like I don't know. Maybe she has the right idea with just doing collabs with people. I don't know. I haven't thought about that, like as far as like success of her YouTube channel, but it just sucks. Like I feel like I'll bring like a lot of stability to her life and her channel, and I have a lot of ideas for videos to do together, and like if that's something that we do and it's what keeps our relationship together, like that gives me more passion and desire to figure things out and make sure that things work out and everything, so that we stay together and all that. I just had a dream of her and I having sex together. I just wish these dreams would stop. It was kind of a weird dream. Like we were like out in the woods somewhere and did it, and then like uh, there were like two other girls there. Like after her and I had sex, that like wanted to have sex with me or something. I don't know. It was weird, but I want these dreams to stop. But I think I know the solution to it is I have to start going back to the gym, which because the gym like wears me out and I do it before I go to bed. So whenever I do that, then I go like right to sleep afterwards. Um, and I sleep through the night, and like no noises or anything wake me up even. Um, yeah, but I can't go back until the 26th because now it's like Christmas time and it's closed. But yeah, like I remember when I first started talking to her, like I had dreams of her having sex with other people, and I told her about those dreams and stuff and all that, and yeah. But that was a long time ago. Like I haven't had dreams about her in a while, but yeah, I think maybe it's because like I watched the live stream again. Well, at least like the minute long portion or whatever that she talked about me in it, and then yeah. So today is December 26th. I contacted her yesterday because like it really seems to me like she doesn't want to do the Skype call and she's pushing me away and everything. So I I told her like, oh, it seems to me you don't want to do the call, like that's fine, I understand, you can give me a refund if you want. And now I don't know, maybe she just wants the money and refuses, and so doesn't want to give her a refund. I don't want to do this call at all, to be honest, but I don't want to like I don't want to be the one to um I don't want to be the one to be like, oh, I don't want to talk to you because I did that last time, and then like I I don't know. I feel that I just want to see like what she'll do or something. I don't know. This whole situation is just like the worst. So yeah, anyway, like I wrote that on Twitter, and then there's other fucking white knight guys and whatever trying to tell me like that I'm like trying to guilt trip her or something, just like making up all nonsense. I also feel that she's like using this Skype call as like a way to hold on to me or control me or something and keep me as like a backup or something like that, which isn't cool at all if that's what she's doing, because that fucking, like, that just makes me resent her. This whole thing with I should think before I talk. I don't even want to get any of these thoughts out and on camera or anything. I just want to move on. I just want to move on and have all this shit fucking over with. Stupid fucking mind games and it was so nice to her. I cared about her, actually really cared about her, and try to do everything that I can not to hurt her or get angry at her or anything. So like all this shit is just so fucked up to even think about that she would do this to me.